Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to yet another video on my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you enjoyed the previous video that I had already put out, and if you haven't watched, please go back and watch that video. So this is just a random video. I am coming at you while doing some labor. Not necessarily labor. Yeah, I'm making these traditional vegetables because I want to cook them, and normally I don't do this, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't have a nanny. And I just came on here to chit chat with you guys because I think I need to share this with you people so that maybe you can also share your experiences with me, because you might think that you're the only one who's going through this, but there are other people who are also going through it. So excuse the background noise. If you're new here, there is a school inside the court where I live. So right now I think they're out for lunch break. Is it lunch break? Yeah, it's 12:51. I think they are out for lunch break. So the kids are playing outside, but I'm going to talk in a very loud voice so that you can hear me. So of late I have been having nanny drama, and it's not something I like, or it's not something I would wish upon anyone, because these people come into your life so that they can assist you in one way or another, and you pay them for that. And I normally tell people, like, if you have a nanny, you're not doing me a favor, I'm not doing you a favor, we are helping one another, because at the end of the day, when you give me your services, I'm paying you. So before we talk about the nails, let me plug you all. You can order your aprons in any type of color if you want your logo made via Denifa brands, and I'm going to leave the contact here so that you can contact them in case you need an apron, in case you need anything of that sort, because I really highly recommend this, especially when you're working at home and you don't want anything to affect whatever you're putting on underneath. This is the best, because yeah, you just use it and it also looks so nice, and you can get it at an affordable price. So nannies, let's go back to nannies. So the reason why I decided to just come and ask you people, because at times these people can make you think you're crazy and make you think that you're the one doing them wrong, when in fact they're the ones who just want to mess up with your brain. So I've had my other nanny who went, she went just recently. I've had her for 9 months, and when she came, she was so great. And I normally ask them, what is the problem after you've stayed for someone for quite some time? Because you stay with someone for almost 1 year, then during the few 1 or 2 months towards the 1 year, towards the close of the 1 year, someone just changes and starts having a certain attitude and doesn't want to work at all, doesn't want to be instructed, doesn't want to be told anything. And you know, this is a workplace. There are just some things which are common sense that you must do this or you must not do that. So when you don't follow the rules, it might seem like you're tired of working, or you are tired of working, or you are fed up with that household that you're in. So I was, or rather I thought to myself, if we continue like this, she'll say that I like making noise and I'm very disrespectful. So I'd rather just let go of her so that she can go and maybe go and work elsewhere where she'll go and feel comfortable if she's not comfortable in my house. So I just decided to release her. And when I released her, she didn't expect me to release her, because there was a time she also did the same. She had started doing the same, then she changed a little bit for a few days, then she went back to whatever she was doing. I think when I told her to pack and go and I gave her her money, she thought that I wouldn't do that, because she's used to me talking and not taking any kind of action. So I think in the process of now, the reality has dawned on her that she's supposed to leave. She got so scared, and then she started talking to me rudely and started throwing words at me. And that is where I said, I cannot do this anymore. This is not even someone I can sit down with and talk to and reconcile in any kind of way, because she's already showed me how disrespectful she is. So I left it at that, and she went. And then on the very, very same day, I got a nanny. She came home. She was very nice. She was very friendly to my daughter, whatnot. She only stayed here for 2 days. So yesterday, this is what happened. I went to drop off my niece at school. So when I was coming back, I I was with my mom. So I met my husband. So I gave my husband the items. But before I met my husband, I was constantly calling my nanny so that I could call her to come and pick up these things that I had, because I was not far away. But I didn't want to come back to the house because I knew once we start sitting and talking with Ishani, I'll not be able to take my mom to where she wanted to go. So I just wanted her to just come downstairs, pick the items, then start preparing for dinner. It was around 5. Start preparing for dinner, then I take my mom to where she was supposed to go, then I come back to the house. So I was constantly calling her, and she's not picking up. So I assumed like maybe she's folding clothes and her phone is in the kitchen, or maybe she's washing dishes and her phone is in the bedroom. And I just told my mom, maybe you could just wait for me for a few minutes, or we can just go to the house. Then I drop off these things, then I take you to where I'm supposed to take you. So luckily I met my husband. So, and before my queue earlier, my husband had called me, and he doesn't normally call me to ask me this. And he asked me, have you spoken to baby? And I told him that I don't want to be so invasive, and this is a new nanny, so I will not call her today, because I had already left everything in place. So I just want to see how she's going to take up that role, because I don't want to be someone who's always instructing and doing what. Just let someone do her own thing, then after she's done it and you're not happy or satisfied with it, you can correct her. So I just told him, no, I haven't spoken to Ishani, and I know they're fine because I had already left everything in place. So she's just going to take care of whatever. But in case she needs something, definitely, I told her she can just call me, then I will instruct her further. So we just hung up, and in a few minutes, yes, I met my husband. Then I gave him whatever I was supposed to bring home. So when I gave it to him, he reaches the house, and I tell my mom, my husband has already reached, so I'm sure he wants me to talk to the nanny. So when I pick up the call, he's like, hello. And I'm like, did you send this lady to the shop in any case? And I'm like, no, I didn't send her. And he's like, why is the door locked with a padlock? And I'm like, don't you have your key? And he says, I accidentally left my key inside the house. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's around, she's coming. And he told me not to hang up. So where he was standing, he opened the bedroom window, and he could see on the inside. Like, he could open the window, then the curtain, and see what was on the inside. So when he looked inside, he told me. And yesterday and the other day, the nanny had placed her bag in a certain position, but the bag is not here. And I'm like, what? The bag is not there. Are you sure? So he tried for the second time, and he inserted his hands inside the house, inside the apo palipa kufungua, inside the door. And when he inserted his hand inside the door, he found that the key was hanging there. So he opened the door and got in the house. And the first thing he did, he went to the bedroom and saw that the nanny had taken all her clothes together with her bag, and then she had left. So the first thing was that ran on my mind was like, where is my daughter? Where is my daughter? Because she was supposed to get out of school at 3:45, and now it's almost 5:30, and I don't know where she is. Have you ever panicked? Have you ever panicked? Has your heart ever come out of your mouth and literally dropped, then you pick it up and put it back because you still need it and you still use it? And my brain shut. The only thing I could see was darkness. And I told my mom, I have to go back home. Please take me back home because I'm not in a good state of mind. So we came with my mom, and I called the school and asked the driver, when you dropped my daughter, who took my daughter? And the driver was like, when we dropped your daughter, the gate was open, so she just told us that the nanny is inside the house, so she'll just go. And that is how the driver left my daughter. So when he told me that, my husband was like, so if she didn't pick up my daughter, so my daughter is somewhere playing. And still I was not convinced. So I just took my I just came into the house. I just told my mom, just wait for me for a few minutes, let me go to her friend's place, around our place, then I'm coming back. So we took off with my husband, then we went there, and I found my daughter playing with her friends at our neighbor's place. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, just holding her. These people can really terrorize you. They can really terrorize you. Just holding her, and she asked me, my mom, why didn't you tell me that you're going to come back home late? And where is auntie? Because in the morning when I went to school, I left her in the house. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to explain everything to you. I'm so happy that you decided to come to your friend's house. Let's go home. So when we were going home, I asked her, when you came from school, why did you decide to come here? And she was like, no one was in the house, so I decided to come at my friend's place, because they also come to our place, so that I can play with them. And I just told God, thank you for directing my daughter to where she knew we can also find her. Because I think at that time she was just innocent, and she was like, let me go play. Mommy and Daddy are going to look for me. Once they are back home. So when I came back home, I looked at everything and saw that this lady went to my bedroom and searched for her documents, and the documents that I had signed from where I had taken her from, and she took them. And mark you, where I had kept the documents, no one can access apart from me and my husband. So I think the time I left, she had all the time in the world to search for all those documents. Then she went with them. Luckily, she didn't touch anything of mine. She just took her documents, then she left. So I tried calling her again. And she was like, then I had the phone number to her mom, so I called the mom and I asked her mom if she had spoken to the lady, because I just wanted to get closure of why did she just leave my daughter like that. She could have waited for me and told me, Mama so and so, there is a problem here, or I don't want to do this and I don't want to do this. So when I called her, she had a lot of stories to give. Number one, her daughter is sick, she needed to be added for water. Number two, she's the one who's sick. Number three, she doesn't do some type of jobs, so that is why she decided to leave. Number four, she needs an increase in salary, and it's only 2 days, sorry. She's only 2 days old and she was already here. So I was like, which is your story? What is your story? And my question right now, because I want to end this story here, is, can these people just be genuine? If something is not sitting right with you and you're in someone's house, the same way I can tell you, so and so, you're not doing this well, or you're not cleaning this area well, is the same way you can just tell me, Mama so and so, or Faith, I don't like it when you guys do this and this, and you see if something can be rectified or not. And if it cannot be rectified, you leave, you leave, and everything is just ended in a good way, not that you ran away or you took someone's thing or you harmed someone's child. These people, I don't know. And that is the question that I pose to each and every one of them. I ask them, what is normally the problem? When you're coming, you're dedicated so much to working, and in the middle, you just, I know, even if you're employed in an institution or wherever, when you start working, you will start with that momentum, and you'll be everywhere and you'll report to the boss and whatnot. But as time goes by, you'll have that laxity. But I'm talking about, you will not be rude to your boss. You will not start stealing from your boss. You will not start doing extremes that will make you lose your job. If you really needed this job, I think when you do a job, there is something behind your mind that you want to achieve. So I'm wondering, when you're coming to this house and you're looking for a job and you really want to do that job, why do you have to do things that will... I'm not happy, and I'm not happy at all. And guys, I wanted to share this story. If you've had an experience or worse, please comment down below so that I can know what other people are struggling with. It's not necessarily that if you're a mom, you are the one who's having a nanny. Maybe you're even a single lady, or even a couple who has not yet had kids but you have a nanny in your house. Please let me know down below. You guys, thank you so much for watching. And for now, I have decided, I don't know what I've decided. I'm still panicking. I'm still like, why do I just have to be so good to people, and yet people are just so mean, people are just so bad, people just don't want to communicate? And I normally tell people, if something is wrong, even if you're scared of facing someone, just send a text message. After I've read this text message, I would have already gotten the information that you're trying to tell me. At least tell me, Mama so and so, I've left your house and I've left your kid there, I'm gone, and I'll rush from where I am. I'm seated somewhere comfortably, just doing my own things, and my kid is somewhere seated in the cold, not knowing what to do, just because you could not communicate. And in fact, you're lying and telling someone your kid is sick, you're the one who's sick, and you came here in good health. And these are questions that you are asked in the interview before you're brought here. Are there anything, or there are things that you cannot do? Is there any type of disease you have? Is there whatever? Are you comfortable doing this and that? This is the kind of work that is in my house. Are you comfortable doing it or not? And you say yes to everything, then you come here 2 days later, you tell me you are about to collapse in my house, and at that particular time when I'm calling you, you have so much rage, you're talking to me rudely, you're talking to me. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my story. I hope no one ever gets to this point that your child is left somewhere when you are at work or you're doing your other businesses out there. Anyway, guys, please comment down below. Let me know of your nanny drama or whatever kind of drama that you've had. Please share, subscribe, and like. Adios.